Are you still pouting over that hair? It'll grow back. Maybe. Oh, come on.
The last picture, I thought this was really interesting, and as a woman, probably like your worst nightmare, both for the little girl and for the waitress, actually. And it's one of those things where you could tell that the waitress, immediately felt off about something. Just her instincts were telling her something. And to feel that kind of unease as, the man is trying to just like kind of talk his way out of it with giving her all these kind of like backstory about a haircut and about a ex-boyfriend and all of these things. And you could kind of see her going from like, oh, like this is just normal every day I'm working at a diner, to something doesn't quite feel right, something's a little bit off. And you could see her working through all of this, and meanwhile this girl is thinking of absolutely anything she can to try and save herself and get herself out of this situation. And she just simply has no power. And I think that's such a horrifying idea. And it's something that I think, especially as women, we are subtly conditioned to always kind of be on guard in a lot of situations. And, this just kind of highlights how powerless you really can be, and how you should trust your instincts at the same time with the two different characters. And I thought it was really, really like creepy, but like a well done kind of creepy. The kind that like just makes your skin crawl in a way. Makes you want to like watch nothing but like cartooned puppies and rainbows afterwards, because this is a real thing. This is real things that happen to real people, and that concept is the most terrifying part about all of this. So I thought it was really, really well done, because it is a completely believable situation, which makes it that much more horrifying.
These reviews for the last picture. This young actress is brilliant. She hits all the marks for what you can imagine is a child under duress. It is just very natural, the acting, and I love the diner cafe vibe and the mystery they create with the music score and all the implied things with the truck, the background story of why they are there, their costume design. Then we have the waitress that gives them a look, and the suspicion that's it's created and building up from the conversation, and especially the reactions of the kid. This plot is terrifying and absolutely plausible, which makes it even more insidious, and it's just brilliant. It's a masterpiece in under 10 minutes production with outstanding performances and setting.
I really enjoyed this one. Really well done. Great performances, great writing, just really smart direction, editing. The story was just spot on. It all felt really grounded. Um, Great sort of, we should have seen that coming reveal at the end. It built up just enough mystery to be mysterious without being confusing. The clues were all there. There was no, wool being pulled down over our eyes, or sort of Deus Ex. It was the clues were definitely there. So that's the best way to sort of play with that drama, that mystery. Just great tension building, suspense. this is really just masterful filmmaking. So yeah, I obviously really enjoyed it. Great work.
The Last Picture. Deeply disturbing piece. I think that would wake up any viewer with its viscerality. Just a call to trust instincts and that feeling of something not quite being right. Um, and I think this is almost a great exercise in honing those instincts so that a situation like this doesn't happen. Um, because it does happen. So art is a great place to confront this. The framing was really effective in the lens of looking out the window right from the beginning to place the viewer as the one observing it from afar, and the switches to being deep in the moment. You are either the observer or you are the victim. And I think that was a really smart way of telling the story so that the viewer is implicated in both. Um, and we become deeply entwined in her experience. Really well crafted, sharp and pointed storytelling, and very effective use of the short film format that was still stylistically quite beautiful in moments in the devastating nature of the topic.
Hey, I'm commenting on the short film The Last Picture. I thought this was a really effective, chilling piece. I think that your portrayal of your serial killer and his purported next victim are really, they're really strong, and I thought you did a really nice job of making her fear palpable, and his anger just, it feels just buried below the surface. I thought it was a really nice rendering of some complex emotions, and was very effective. I honestly also, those glasses that you gave him, you could pair those with like literally any costume, and I would be like, that guy's a serial killer. So really great styling on that. Yeah, I think that I do think it felt maybe just a little unfinished. Like you needed one more scene to bring it home. But all in all, I really thought you set a great tone, and just, shot this through with dread and menace, and I think it's very effective. Well done.
I love this short film. Oh my God, I love this short film so much. And the reason why is because the filmmakers were so incredibly clever. From the moment this starts, they lead you on this path to believe one thing. They lead you to make an assumption of what the relationship is between this man and this girl. You think that it's a father and a daughter, and everything that's going on. And the music is one of your clues that something here is really seriously wrong, because the music adds this eerie kind of foreboding, and you're sitting here watching this and you're thinking that, pardon me, but her dad is a dick, right? And she gets up to go to the bathroom, and you kind of start going, hang on. So I think that they executed this beautifully. The cinematography was incredible. The soundscape that they chose, also incredible. All of the actors in this were so wonderful, including the waitress at the diner, and at the twist at the end when she goes into the bathroom to see that mirror. They give you enough breadcrumbs, the filmmakers, for you to kind of figure out what exactly is happening here. And then you're cheering, you're rooting, you want that waitress to figure out what happened. So yeah, brilliant. I love it.
All right, I just finished watching The Last Picture, which I thought was a very creepy and sinister piece that worked really well, particularly with pacing and rhythm. I thought there was a very great build up to the obviously very dark ending that ends up showing up. But I thought the actors in particular, both the lead actor and his female counterpart, were really great in terms of the contrasts of their performances. The man was very demonstrative, and you can tell that he had a very sort of sinister dynamic about him that was sort of masked by a jovial nature that you kind of didn't trust and sort of assumed was dangerous. And the girl was really great in terms of navigating silence and sort of having all her performances, all of her performance energy coming from her reflection of her facial expressions and sort of how her body energy shifted when she was around that man. It really let the audience know that something wrong was going on. And I thought the ending really matched that concept with the dark red on the mirror. I believe it was blood. It might not have been blood, but either way, it really matched a horror thriller concept with a piece that really left a lasting impression on you. And I thought that the piece really worked well because of the music in particular. It matched the emotions of the characters and the cadence of the piece overall, and really couched the narrative with a level of rhythm that allowed you to follow the concept, even if you kind of suspected what the end result might be. So either way, I thought it was well done, very detailed, and there was a really great balance of performances, music, and cinematography that made the piece a lot more interesting than you might initially assume. So I ended up enjoying it.